uncle, my in-laws, when, what can I do different? If I would have put my Hawaiian punch, and I wouldn't have put the Coca-Cola, and I would have been, when I was 15 years ago, I would have picked them up and come to their wedding and not been such a jerk. Ay, ay, ay. Stop beating yourself over your own cupcake. You're chasing the wrong tail. When they get an ounce of the Ruach HaKodesh, they'll let it go. They'll let it slide. They'll forget those things that are behind and press forward to the mark of the high calling of Yahweh in Messiah Yeshua, somebody.
Amen.
But right now, they can't leave those things behind. They can't forget those things behind. But we are to understand that our love for Yeshua and that the fact that we are his Talmidim is ipso facto an unchangeable truth, that we will never be accepted by our physical family. And if there are some in our physical family who accept us, it's because Yahweh loves you and he's given you unmerited favor. But I expect nobody in my family to accept me. That's the premise we are to start. And if there are some, Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
Amen.
If there's one, if there's two, Baruch Hashem Yahweh. But the premise is not, what am I doing wrong? When am I going to change it? What? The premise is, none of them are ordained in the Bible to accept my doctrine and my lifestyle because it is set apart and pleasing to Yeshua. But if there's a couple that like me, Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
Amen.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. But don't expect it.
Yeah.
Forsaking your physical family has no repercussions when they reject you. Nevertheless, we are to draw close, as I said, to our new family. And what's so special about B'nai Yeshua Synagogue or any Torah-observant Nazarene Israelite congregation is that this, this family is not based on blood, it's based on Yeshua's choice for you.
Amen.
In other words, Yeshua chose you for me and you, and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. If it's 100 degrees, I don't give a hoot. You and me, la 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 la. And we're not turtles, we're children of the Most High. Okay, imagine a group actually called the Turtles. Now you know some religious spirit is sitting there going, we are not coming back, darling. Why? Because the rabbi was singing rhythms of the world. Darling, is it you that has a picture of Jerry Garcia on your refrigerator? Chill out and let's move on. As you would want men to do to you, so you do also to them.
Amen.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. So a true prophet or a servant of Yahweh cannot receive honor in their own family. That's a principle. We don't like that principle, but it's in the Word of Yahweh. So if we receive that kind of tension between us and our physical family, let me rephrase that. If we receive unconditional love and acceptance from our physical family, we are in trouble with Yahweh more than you care to know. If all the heathens in our physical families love us and accept us, we must ask ourselves, what are we doing wrong in our spiritual set-apartness and in our spiritual matters? I have people in my family, I won't name them, that hate me because I am a preacher of the Word. They hate me. And they hate you too. Why? Because who you belong to. You should have said, you have not chosen me, I've chosen you. And ordained you. So they hate you because you belong to Him. That's why they hate you. Be not surprised. Abraham will talk. Be not surprised. If they hated me, they will hate you. If they love me, they will love you. So I look forward to rejection from my family. See, that's healing. Because I have another human family right here.
Amen.
I'm not chasing them. I ought to be chasing you. You ought to be chasing me. This is our primary obligation. This is our primary calling. If you go to Luke 6:26, and you can just reference this, you don't have to turn there if you don't choose to. Luke 6:26. Yeshua said it right to the point. Ha'adon, the Lord Yeshua said this. Ha'adon Yeshua said this. Woe to you when all men speak well of you. If everybody in your family just loves you, you know what that means? You're cutting corners and compromising. You're living a double-minded, compromising life.
Amen.
And you're not kadosh enough to Yahweh.
Amen.
Woe to you, specifically in context, your family members, when they all speak well of you. Because you're in trouble with Yahweh if that happens. Go to me to Yochanan Moshe. Yochanan Moshe 3:1. Pardon me, Yochanan Moshe 3:31. Yochanan Moshe 3:31. Mark 3:31. There came his brothers and his Ima, again another restating of the same event, standing outside, said to him, calling him. And the multitude, verse 32, sat around him, and he said to them, and they said to him, look, see, your Ima and your brothers outside seek for you. Notice, another account of the same set of events from another witness. The multitudes of the unsaved around you, listen, sometimes will pressure you to chase down your physical family, to make things right, because they do not understand the kingdom or the principles of the kingdom, and they will put pressure on you to reconcile with relatives who don't want reconciliation. You missed that. Let's read it again. I'm going to show it to you. Let's read it again. Verse 32. Mark 3:32. His brothers and his mother came outside wanting to see him, saying, Yeshua, I'm the Virgin Mary. Don't you know you're supposed to give me homage? No, it doesn't say that. Watch this. He let them stand outside. Lord, he let them stand. They're outside, let them stay there. And then, not the Talmidim, not the disciples, but the multitude. Notice. Did you get that? The multitudes said to Yeshua, hey, your brothers and your sister and your mother are outside. What are you going to do about it? Yeshua said nothing. In other words, Yeshua did not give his physical family a greater privilege than his brothers and his sisters in the Kehillah of Yisrael. He said, let them stay outside. The sunshine is good for them. They need fresh air. Or whatever his reasoning was. But the multitudes, the psychiatrists, and Dr. Phil, and Lizzie Claiborne, and the newest one on The View. What's her name? The heavy one? Oh. A new standard in righteousness. She's going to diss Danny DeVito for being drunk. In the meantime, this lesbian pot smoker don't know what's up and what's down. But she's going to judge this dude for showing up drunk. I mean, this is the world. They're nuts. The world is absolutely up is down, white is black, left is right, bitter is sweet. And Yahweh said, woe to those who call bitter sweet and sweet bitter, who put evil for good and good for evil. Amen. It is not your family that's going to make it happen. It is those of like precious faith, you and I. Amen. This is the human family that Yahweh has chosen for you. Does that mean I'm going to agree with everything Marsha does? No. Does that mean that she's not going to do things that are going to tick me off? Absolutely. Because it's a human family. It's not a motorized robotic family from Mission Impossible, right? Wouldn't that be neat? Shabbat Shalom. Johnny Fine. Johnny Fine. Shabbat Shalom. Johnny Fine. What's your name, Baba? Johnny Fine. Shabbat Shalom. Wouldn't that? I mean, wouldn't that be neat? Of course not, because then it wouldn't be a human family. Baruch Hashem. So we are a human family, but that doesn't mean the multitudes who don't understand that in your family you'll always be a nobody. Do you understand that principle? Yeshua does. In your physical family, you will always be a nobody. You want to be somebody? Get plugged in to the blood-washed family. Love the blood-washed family. Serve the blood-washed family. Take tickets. Do registration. Clean toilets.